Well, tonight News Channel 5 Investigates uncovers new information about a criminal investigation of a sitting Middle Tennessee congressman. More than 5 months since FBI agents served Andy Ogles with a search warrant, we've now learned that he and a team of high-powered lawyers have so far managed to tie up the investigation in federal court. News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams has the exclusive new details.
As we first reported back in the fall, FBI agents surprised Andy Ogles with a search warrant at his home in August, seizing his personal cell phone. And thanks to these court filings we've obtained, we now know they also served a second search warrant on Google for his personal email.
That's why Andy Ogles stepped forward to rescue a hurting country.
The FBI investigation of Congressman Andy Ogles began amid questions first raised by News Channel 5 Investigates about the Murray County Republicans' 2022 campaign for Congress, specifically his claim on federal reports to have personally loaned his campaign $320,000 of his own money that our investigation discovered he did not appear to have. Similar questions led to a federal indictment of New York Congressman George Santos on federal fraud charges, leading to his eventual guilty plea and resignation. Back in September, Ogles filed this emergency motion for return of the property seized by the FBI.
Part of this certainly was a delay tactic. If I were cynical, I would say perhaps the November election had something to do with the desire to delay.
Veteran Nashville lawyer Gary Blackburn questioned part of Ogles' argument that he is not what the Department of Justice categorizes as a target of the FBI investigation, someone who may just be a step away from indictment. Rather, he is considered a, quote, subject. Ogles' brief argues that the federal government's actions are troublesome because even its own prosecutors admit that they do not have substantial evidence linking Congressman Ogles to the commission of a crime.
Now, he says, I'm not a target of the investigation, I'm only a subject.
That's a distinction and without a difference at this juncture.
To be clear, a subject is someone who is the subject of a criminal investigation.
If you get information that the United States thinks that you are a subject in a criminal investigation, you need to call a lawyer.
In their response, federal prosecutors insist that they never made any such statements, quote, admitting that they do not have substantial evidence linking Ogles to a crime.
That means that they believe he's involved in something that may turn out to be criminal, and there may be others involved other than him.
Based on your experience, is it likely that other subpoenas have been issued for bank records, that type of thing?
Yes.
You know, coming from a family who's had family members served.
Part of Ogles' argument is that under the Constitution's speech and debate clause, members of Congress cannot be questioned for what they say in Congress, which his attorneys argue means the FBI should not be able to see anything on his phone or email related to legislative business. The government says that argument is bogus, although they agreed not to look at the evidence until a judge rules. Months later, there has been no ruling from the court.
This has constitutional implications, involves public officials. The United States House of Representatives filed an amicus brief. You know, this judge is going to want to get it right.
Andy Ogles, he's running his by complete and total endorsement.
Now with Ogles' ally Donald Trump about to return to office, Blackburn says his question is, will the investigation be allowed to proceed by a Trump Justice Department?
I hope that the incoming president is responsible enough to let justice take its course.
You hope?
I hope. Yes, I hope.
A recently released congressional ethics report confirmed our suspicions that Andy Ogles did not actually loan his campaign that $320,000. Now we wait to see if either the House Ethics Committee or the Department of Justice will do anything with that information. Phil Williams, News Channel 5 Investigates.
Thank you, Phil. By the way, Phil did reach out today to Congressman Ogles' attorney, but Alex Little declined to comment.